Hello, 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 and welcome to another WABA IG Live conversation. I am your lovely host. Sorry about that, but I am your lovely host, Helen Bohanna, which she knows her sports. And today we have another great conversation lined up for you. She is none other than Deanna Kerkhof. She is a player of one of the WABA's newest teams, the New England Trailblazers. And I would like to also mention they are 2-0 because the season just began on July the 24th. So please, please, please be sure to follow them here on Instagram so you can, be in the know about when the next game is going to happen. So let me go ahead and give you a breakdown. The WABA is a professional women's basketball team that extends the platform to give female basketball players the opportunity worldwide, post-college, or either 18 years of age with talent, the opportunity to play professional in the WNBA or sign a contract to go play overseas. So they are better known as the League of Opportunity. They are made up of 40 teams, but 34 are participating in this season. They also have a team out there in Tijuana, Mexico. So that tells you something. The WABA is growing rapidly, but not only are they the League of Opportunity for female basketball players, if you are a small business that hosts, is in operation in one of their cities that hosts one of their teams, if you have a sports brand, you want to get out there on the market, if you have a media outlet, if you are a college intern that needs hours, if you are an organization in the community that have beneficial resources, reach out. If you are an aspiring basketball player, if you are an aspiring head coach, assistant coach, if you would like to own a team, please, please, please reach out. Follow them here on Instagram at Women's ABA. Log on to their website at www.womensaba.com and you will guarantee to get a response. So right now it looks like our guest has tuned in. So let's try to get her on here. No, she haven't tuned in yet. Let's give her a moment. Hey, everybody. So let's see. Who is Cash Drops? Okay, we're gonna give her a moment. Hey, Coach, what's up? I'm looking for the team page to tune in. Am I correct? I know everybody is anticipating this conversation. I am too. This one's going to be a good one. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hey,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking your time out this evening to let us get to know you. You were highly
Yes, of course.
recommended.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, you was. Like around the time that I was preparing for my interview last week, I was told, hey, I have a player that, we feel that you need to interview. And I'm like, just send her information on over. Shout out to Coach Steve.
Thanks, Coach.
Right, right, right. So now that you're here, everybody see your beautiful face. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name's Deanna. Originally born and raised in Wellsburg, Ontario, Canada, but I've been living in the Boston area since 2009. I played my college career at Northeastern. I played 4 years there and worked for a year as a graduate assistant. And I really haven't played highly competitive basketball since then. So this
Oh,
has been a
wow.
fantastic opportunity for me.
Okay, okay. So elaborate a little more on your athletic career. So how long have you been playing basketball?
I started playing in the third grade,
Oh wow.
and I played in Canada. AAU is called OBA, so I played OBA basketball, played through high school, and then about 11th grade, I actually started playing for some US AAU teams to get more exposure on the American side. And
Okay.
that's how Northeastern found me.
Oh wow. Okay, okay. I love to hear it. So speaking of Northeastern, I heard that you were like the top three or top five for 3-point shooters. Is that true? You held a record there?
I did. I haven't looked at the record books lately to see if anybody has surpassed me. But while I was there, that is true.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. So what number were you? I know you were like in the top five or the top three. So what number did you land at?
I don't even remember, honestly.
It's okay. It's okay. That's fine. But the what's more important is that it happened. That's so
Yeah.
that's good. I love to hear that. You major look, you trailblazed on through college, high school. You got over here to American basketball. So look at you now. It's like you have a wonderful transition.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
So so when did you mention again, when did you graduate from Northeastern?
So I graduated from my undergrad degree in 2013, and then
Okay.
I stuck around for a year to work as a graduate assistant with the team.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, so let's get into a little more tea since we on this subject of college. I hear that come October, you will become a doctor. So tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm in physician assistant school right now, and I will finish that in October of this year. And I'm also studying to complete my doctorate in population health. And so I'll finish that about next October, so October of 2022.
Oh,
And
wow,
it's
congratulations.
thank you, thank you. I had originally planned to go to medical school, and then decided to pursue a master's in public health and my PhD. And then at that point had decided, medical school is maybe going to be a little bit too long for me, but I do want that clinical aspect in my career. And so I chose to go with physician assistant school.
Smart. Oh my God. Oh my God. So what's going to happen once October comes? Like, so once October.
Um, you know, sorry, you cut out a little bit. Can you repeat the last question?
Once October comes, and you get your degree, what's going to happen with basketball? Are you going straight into work or you're going to finish out the season?
Oh, definitely going to finish out the season. Definitely.
Oh, I love it.
And
I love it.
and I do hope actually to continue to play. The WABA having a team in Boston has been a fantastic opportunity for me to return to the game.
Mhm.
I was sort of faced with the decision to pursue my education or go overseas to play when I graduated, which was a really challenging decision for me. And I
I
chose to
bet.
pursue a master's because that's what made the most sense for me at the time. And the opportunity to play now while I'm continuing my education is something that I've truly dreamed about. And I'm so grateful to Coach Steve Julian and to the rest of the staff for making this happen for myself and for other women in the area.
Yes, shout out to Coach and the staff and definitely the WABA because
Yes.
it's like it seems like their schedule really work around you all who are going to school or have 9 to 5 jobs. Like it really caters to you, so that really makes the league stand out and putting you all first. So
Definitely.
yay, yay. Well, I'm glad you're gonna finish out the season, because I'm pretty sure, that's what everybody wants to see. Um,
Yeah.
so how you manage to handle, your education and, preparing for this season? Like, how did you, like, mentally and physically prepare for that?
Mentally, I have to say yoga has been a big part of that.
Mm,
I start every morning with whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, but some amount of yoga in the morning just to ground myself, to prepare myself for the day. And physically, it's definitely been challenging. Some rotations have us working 60 plus hours a week, and it's
oh,
hard to
wow.
find the time to be in the gym and working on your game and getting your fitness right. But I think playing college ball prepares you for the scenario that I'm in now. Trying to balance, 4 or 5 classes with 20 plus hours of basketball a week and travel. And I think I would say college basketball was probably actually harder than what I'm managing at this point.
Okay, but like you said, it helped mold you. Like, it prepared you for, when this came back around later on down the line in life, you was able to, manage it with ease, I should say. Now,
Definitely. I think,
oh, go
go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead, you're fine.
I think that's one of the beauties of being an athlete, a student athlete, is you learn so much more than just your sport. You learn time management, you learn perseverance, you learn how to handle pressure, to
Yes.
kind of work through challenges. And that's one of the great things about the game, and the reason that, I feel like I keep coming back to it.
Oh, yeah. So speaking of, how did the opportunity come about to play for the New England Trailblazers when, basketball came back around?
Yeah. So Coach Steve, he actually had put together a team back when I had graduated, back, I think it must have been 2014. And
Mm-hmm.
for reasons beyond his control, other teams kind of folded, and we were left without a league at the time. And when this opportunity came around, and when he decided he was going to, put a team in the WABA, he reached out and asked me if I would still be interested in playing. And I said, I got to get back in shape, but of course, like, I want to support you. I want to
Yeah.
support women's basketball, the WABA, and I would love the opportunity to compete again.
Oh man, I love the fact that, you all stayed in touch after, what, about 6 years ago? Six,
Yeah,
7. So that's so wonderful. That lets you know that it was meant to be. It was really meant to happen.
yeah.
Um, so tell us about the team, the New England Trailblazers. You're brand new. Your name stand out. You're 2-0, so you're
Mhm.
clearly blazing your trail. How's the environment? How's the team?
It's great. It's great. I love it. You know, I think one of the nice things about the professional game is we come from, we're varied in age. We have 20-year-olds up through almost 30-year-olds. We each come with different backgrounds. Some of us have played overseas professionally, others have continued with education. And there's kind of, everybody brings something unique to the table. And I think our team has really great energy. We have a lot of talent. We've been able to mesh really well together, just through a short amount of time, and it's just been a blast. It's been a blast to
Good.
compete, to play. I think we challenge each other well in practice, but it's all professional. And I'm really excited. I mean, I love my team. I think I'm excited for this season.
What position do you play?
I mostly play like a 2-3 guard. I'll occasionally play the one, but mostly 2-3.
Okay. So in your words, tell us what Deanna bring to the team. What do you bring?
That's a tough question. I think I bring I bring leadership. I'm a little bit older, so I have kind of a little more background. And I think that's one of the biggest things, you know, making sure everybody's on the same page, trying to lead by example. And one of the things I pride myself on is working hard. You know, I'm a shooter, but I'm not always going to be shooting, you know, 30-40% from behind the line. And but I can always bring effort. You know, rebounding, running in transition, getting back on D. I can guarantee to my teammates that those are things that I'm always going to bring to the table, whether or not, you know, I feel like I'm having my greatest game. And I think that in those ways you can lead by example and encourage other people to, you know, fight through missing shots and do the little things that can still help teams win.
Okay. So how do you prepare for a game?
So game days for us have been on Sundays. I typically try to make sure I get a good night's sleep on Saturday night. Sunday mornings, I'll start my morning with some type of gentle yoga, just kind of, again, grounding myself, stretching my body out. And then a big thing for me is fueling my body with great nutrition and hydration.
Yes.
So having, you know, a decent sized healthy breakfast, lots of fruits, vegetables, grains, and then again for lunch, really packing in the nutrition. And then I like to get out on the court, you know, at least an hour and a half to an hour before, spend some time by myself, just doing a little ball handling, going through the motions of shots and different looks that I'll get in the game, just to kind of get that muscle memory going.
Great mentality. Great mentality. I love to hear it. What is a must that have to be in your gym bag? What can you not forget to put in your gym bag on game day?
A must. I would have to say some fruit. I like to, like halftime, I need that little extra boost. So I like to bring like a tangerine or a peach or something that's, you know, quick that I can snack on at halftime.
Okay, I love it. You know, to, like you said, to give you that boost, that nutrition, to keep you hydrated. So that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
That's smart. I'm gonna take that into consideration myself, even though I don't play. But you know,
Always good to have a
so,
piece of fruit around.
exactly. That's the best snack around. Now, Deanna, oh my God, I could not wait to get to this question. Let's talk about this game. This game last week. I made 141 points. You got to be kidding me. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that has to go down in women basketball history, you know, as the most points scored by a single team. Like, that is that's a crazy record right there. Like,
Yeah.
you know, to score in triple digits, like, man, how many of those points did you have?
I had 17 last game.
Okay. You know, double digits. You can't go wrong with that. So that means you guys had to hit every shot that you put up, or that was mad threes. Y'all shot major 3-pointers. Like, oh
You know,
my God. Well, you
I
know,
was thinking,
the Carolina Upstate Thunder, they scored 133.
mm-hmm.
And you all come with the 141. Like, come on now. Yes, it is. They say it may be a WABA record. It is. That has to
Yeah.
be. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure within the 5 seasons, that is the most points that has ever been scored. Oh
I
wow.
mean,
So you know, you match your name, the Trailblazers, because that had to be one Trailblazer game.
that's what I was just gonna say. You know, we just wanted to live up to our name as the Trailblazers, and it was an exciting game. I think
I know it
I was thinking
was.
on the way home, every player scored. You know, our entire team contributed to the offense. I think we did hit a lot of threes, but we also got some offensive rebounds with putbacks. You know, I think we had maybe five players in double digits. So it was a really balanced offense for us. And, you know, we did a little bit of everything. Our defense led to some offense. We got some offensive rebounds. And it really, it didn't feel like 141. I have to say, like when I really looked at the score after, and I was like, wow,
Yeah.
we really did put up
Yeah,
141 points.
yeah, because it's a good thing that, you know, the women's ABA, you know, they make sure that they give a recap of like the scores of all the games that happened over the weekend. And I saw that, I was just like, damn. Like, that's all I could say. It's, whoa. You know, 141 points, that is what's up. So seeing what your team is capable of, what is your mindset now going into the next game or throughout the remainder of this season?
You know, I think we have to stay focused on our end goal, and it's easy to think, oh, we won by 90, we put up 141 points, but we really have to stay focused and make sure we continue to be fundamentally sound, continue to do the little things to win those games, continue to challenge each other in practice to be the best players that we can be, and to not underestimate any of our opponents. You know, this is a fantastic league with some amazing talent across the board. And so I know that we will be challenged this year, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. And I think that we have to not rest on 141 points, but continue to challenge ourselves to be better.
Smart. I love your thinking. You thinking like a leader. Yes, I love it. I love it. Now seeing that female basketball has improved, what is your take on being part of a league like the WABA?
That was actually one of the things that drew me to coming back and to working to get back in shape, is being part of this movement that women's basketball is going through right now. And, you know, I grew up in a small farm town. There was no women's basketball on our antenna TV. But I think that where we're going with the game now, there will be. And I want young girls and young women to be able to see what is possible for them. You know, you can play in the WNBA, but if you don't make it there, there are going to be other opportunities for you in the Opportunity League in the US or overseas. But that was really, I wanted to be part of that movement in some way. And for me, it was getting back in shape and playing again.
Give us your reason on why someone should support this league, because every day it grows rapidly. They gain new fans every day. You know, they're going about marketing the league in the correct way. The WABA have a great marketing campaign with my platform being part of it, which I'm grateful for. So for somebody who is watching this live for the first time, like, tell them why they should support this league.
It's great basketball. You know, it's competitive, it's fun. I think women's basketball is very strategic. You know, we're not out there dunking, but you know, we'll run in transition. We're fundamentally sound. We challenge each other. We compete, and I think the biggest thing is just because it's great basketball to watch. And then the second part is to support the women's game, to help continue to elevate the women's game so that we can get to a point where we have the WNBA and we have our own version of the G League, which, you know, hopefully someday that's what the WABA is. And I think those are two major reasons to come out and watch.
I love how you're talking. How has basketball impacted your life both on and off the court?
In every way. I mean, you know, I mentioned I started playing when I was in the 3rd grade. I still have friends from, you know, those elementary school teams, from OBA, AAU, high school. It's really your team is like your family. And so off the court, I have friends and family all over the country, in multiple countries, just from playing with different people. And I also mentioned before, just the skills that you learn playing, time management, which has been a huge thing. PA school is certainly not easy. It's very time intensive, but being able to manage playing a college sport as an athlete prepared me for this, and prepared me for becoming part of a healthcare team as a PA, working with an attending doctor and nurses and technicians. So it's really sprinkled in impacting all areas of my life.
Wow. Now, the WABA have a 3-word slogan. It's our time. It's just that simple. So if I were to come to you and just inform you of this slogan and just be like, hey, Deanna, the WABA says it's our time. When you hear those 3 words, what would be your take on it? What's your definition?
I think it's our time for females in basketball. A lot of people, I've seen this shirt. It says female athlete, and there's a line through the female, because we are athletes. We're not female athletes, we're athletes. And I think it's our time now to continue to elevate. We are not a female athlete, we are athletes. And
yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's our time.
So tell us why you think it's so important to give a female basketball player the respect that she deserves. Because now the way us women has broken barriers in the sports industry. We're here to stay, and we're here to continue to make history, and we're here to continue to make ourselves known through media, through coaching, through owning teams, through refereeing, through playing and being athletic, to being in the front office and calling shots. So why do you feel that it is important to really give a female basketball player her respect?
It's a great question. I mean, I think as female athletes, we work just as hard as male athletes, and in some cases, unfortunately, especially 5-10 years ago, some of the female WNBA athletes were not only playing professionally in the WNBA, but also working, full-time moms as well, so not only are they keeping themselves in the best shape possible to be able to compete at a high level every day, but they're also working full-time jobs and taking care of families. And again, we're athletes, we work just as hard. So I think we deserve the same amount of respect.
Amen. Now, reverting back to these New England Trailblazers, when is your next game coming up?
We play Sunday at 3.
Okay, so what can we expect when the starting 5 walk out into that floor?
We're always going to bring the energy. We're going to get it done offensively and defensively. We're going to work together as a team. We have a very balanced scoring offense. And I think you can just expect everybody to show up and to bring their best game every time we play.
Okay. Sounds like another good one. Now, what advice would you give to the aspiring WABA player that may be watching now or will watch the recap? What would you tell her that is looking into this camera like, man, I missed out on this season, but I'm going to make sure that I'm going to try out for a team for next season? Mm-hmm. So what advice would you give her?
You can do it. I mean, I had doubts that I would be able to get back into shape and to be able to compete at this level again. And I think that if you're willing to put in the time and the effort, that anything is possible.
Yes, yes, yes. I love to hear it. Now, we have come to the closing of your interview. And this is like another one of my favorite questions. Playing in this league, I'm pretty sure that you have to study your opponents, you know, the other teams that are, you know, within the league. Is there any particular team that you would like to call out?
Oh, that's a tough question. You know, I've spent some time studying the teams that we're kind of playing within the next few weeks. But I haven't yet studied all of the teams in as much detail as I would like to. So I think I'm going to have to take a rain check on that and get back to you.
Okay, because you know what?
I got to put in my research first.
Because just know, even though your interview is today, this is not your last one. Even though it's your first one, it's not your last one. I definitely love to catch up, you know, have the opportunity to catch up with all of my guests to, you know, see where they're at from the time that I interviewed them to the time that I will interview them again. So just know that it's going to be a while. I'm going to give you a moment. I'm going to give you a moment, but you're definitely going to come back on here. I really, really, really enjoyed this conversation. So last but definitely not least, I know you're going to become a doctor in October. You're going to finish out the season, but will we see Miss Kerkhof again possibly for next season? Or is that something that you can actually say right now?
If the Trailblazers will have me, I'll be there.
Yes, 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 yes. And last but definitely not least, right now at this moment, which is understandable because it's your personal choice, will you think about having a social media so we can keep up on your journey? Just think about it. Just think about it.
I'll think about it.
Because it's dope because you're gonna be a doctor and then you're a ball player. Like that goes hand in hand. You know, you know about health and you know strengthening and you know what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, how to work out, what's good for you, what's not. Like this league really have a lot of dope women and now you're not. Soon we're going to be calling you Dr. Deanna Kerkhof. So I love that. That rings. Don't you like that?
I do.
Okay, Miss Kerkhof. Before you go, I do ask all my guests to leave us with a positive closing word. I mean, it could be one word, it can be a quote, or it could be a statement that comes to mind. So before you go, can you please send us off with a positive word?
My word is going to have to be yoga. I recommend it to everybody. I think there's a misconception that you got to be flexible to do yoga, but yoga really is just movement with breath. And if you can breathe and you can move, then you can do yoga. And it's been life-changing for me, and I encourage everybody to try it with an open mind because I think that it can be life-changing for a lot of other people too.
Okay, well, there you have it. You heard it from future Dr. Deanna Kerkhof herself. Her positive word is yoga, so we all should try it because I hear yoga is good for the mind too. So
definitely.
You know, we should take her advice into consideration and to carry us on off throughout the rest of this Wednesday evening. And thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing what the New England Trailblazers is going to do this Sunday at 3. I'm pretty sure your highlights are going to go up, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that score would be.
Yes. But other than that, thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome, and thank you for your time and congratulations. I love to see it. You have my support from here all the way in Atlanta, Georgia. So hopefully, besides interviewing you, I'll get to meet you face to face soon.
I hope so.
All right. Well, you have a good
All
one.
right.
All
Thank
right. Thank
you.
you. All right, you all. There you have it. That was Dr. Deanna Kerkhof. She is a shooting guard for the New England Trailblazers. Again, they are one of the WABA's newest team. Please, please, please support the league by following them here on Instagram at Women's ABA. Log on to www.womensaba.com to find out what's going on around the league, to find out what's going on in communities, to find out what's going on with upcoming events, etc. And again, if you are an aspiring basketball player, female, if you want to be a head coach, an assistant coach, if you would like to be a team owner in this league, if you have a sports brand you want to put on the market, if you are a college student in media or in the sports program, if you have your own independent media outlet like myself, if you are an organization in one of the cities that host their teams and you have reliable resources, please, please, please take my advice. Reach out to the Women's ABA. Have a talk with Miss Marsha Blunt. She is the CEO, to see how you all can fit hand in hand with one another and benefit both the league and your company and or your organization. But other than that, thank you again for tuning in on this Wednesday evening. Ain't no telling what time or what day I'm going to do another WABA live, but all that matters is we get them done and we have great conversations. Please be sure to follow me here on Instagram at She Knows Her Sports. Be on the lookout in my stories and also the WABA stories on next week's guest. And also, again, the league, the season has started. It began on July the 24th. So this upcoming weekend, there are going to be more games. Please be sure to download Zingo TV, because they are the media outlet that shows all WABA games. Follow them here also on Instagram at MyZingo TV, Zingo. Not bingo, Zingo. But other than that, I love you all. Have a blessed evening. Thank you all for your support. Also, if you have anything to do in sports and you would like to utilize my platform, feel free to DM me. I'm open to whatever it is that you may have to offer. But other than that, man, you guys are great. I love you all. Stay safe, social distance, put your mask back on if you quit wearing it, wash your hands, and stay blessed.